Namaste. Until about a month ago, we were on a trajectory, 7% per annum growth. We were the only country where the world admired that despite all these disturbances, we are positioned well. That came crisis. Fuel, oil, I have to go up? Okay, I can go up. Oil, LPG, prices go up, unavailability. Bharat Sarkar, Modi ji did a fabulous job. How many of you think they did the fabulous job? Raise your hand. No other country is able to do that. That includes America. Now we are disturbed. $90 billion went out. Cry of inflation began to happen. We are now in an era, not just geopolitical, not just geo-economic, in the era of continuous wars in the world. It began in February 22, Russia, Ukraine, and these skirmishes continue to do. So we need to be alert. We are influenced and affected by the external changes. We were told not to buy oil from Russia. We are told that this thing is now squeezing the crisis coming in, and that affects our currency. Our currency went from some 76 to 92, speculator stake. When currency goes down, the inflation begins to go up. So here is the central question. Who are driving this war atmosphere? It was initially Putin, Trump, then Iranians had to involve, Netanyahu had to involve, Pakistan, India skirmish. The war is between President Trump and President Xi. All things are behind it, supporting it, directing it. It is in this context that I'd like to take you through the geo-economic war in which the economies are being handled. In this one, I'm going to take you through some data and then alert you what's coming in going to the future. So please put the first slide so that you have hard facts. These are not some guesses. Please have a look. I will detail that. In the last, from 2020 to 2026, our trade imports have gone from 65 billion to 126 billion. Can you see that, all of you? It's increasing. And if we do nothing, by 2930, that imports is 739 billion. It is a certainty. If we have those kinds of imports and our exports are meager, our foreign exchange is going to dry. This will have an effect on the currency. It will affect on inflation. How come that China is able to do that? Please show the second one. These are the things we import. These are electrical machinery, nuclear reactors, organic chemicals, plastics, optical, medical, scientific instruments. And they're very good. This is 70% of the imports. The message, they are at a prices that nobody in the world can compete. They are ratio of 3-to-1, where we produce in India $3 worth and China sells for $1. So the whole world economy driven by China, and they accumulate $1 trillion every year, hard cash, rupees, dollars, yens, euros. How do they do that? Let's take the next slide. This is the thing I'd like you to master. People are not aware of it. I will articulate it, and we must deal with it. Prime Minister Modi ji has begun to do that. He's quite aware of it. So President Xi in 2014 decided to use the formula that take industries and produce capacity equal to 90% of the world demand. When you have such a hyper scale, your marginal cost goes down. Sell that at marginal cost, collect the currency, bring it to China, use it for military purposes and other purposes. So here, if you look at A, build capacity equal to 90% of global demand, currency depreciation 20%, and subsidies. Gain market share, get foreign exchange. No one can compete against this model. It destroys the industry. Please note, I am predicting what will happen here. No industry in India will survive if it is fully allowed by Chinese imports at the marginal cost. I will now predict which ones will be under attack. And here, the relationship that the government does with China is to balance that trade balance. Let's show the next one. Solar energy. This is about to be destroyed. The cost, we have $3, they have $1. And this one has been done. Now, if the government of India is able to create the right relationship, maybe block some of the imports, maybe figure out they take our exports to China, then it will have a chance. So I've been personally examining the input components, panels, the modules, the cells. The cost difference is 3-to-1. You look at electronics. Good news. We have a company in India now that is beginning to learn and manufacture those. Pharmaceuticals will be under attack. And steel, especially steel is fine, but it is going to be same issue. On the way is the auto industry. Please note, we have now cars coming into India at $10,000. There is no way the cost of that in China is $10,000. They are selling it at loss, collect the currency, and build $1 trillion of positive earnings of cash and do the whole drive. So the backbone of any country, industrial. So our people are reluctant to invest money in our own country because if the government allows those imports from China, there is no way we can compete. That's the message. That's across the globe. United States, that's why Trump took that approach. That's why EU is about to be destroyed because the Volkswagen was fantastic and now the imports coming in at cut rate prices. That creates the power. Now, if I'm able to explain that, that's very mild. These are facts. I've taken boardrooms, the Birla boardrooms, I've been the on the board of Hindalco, Renew Power. I've got other industrialists. They're getting aware of it. I'm not sure that some of the ministers are yet fully aware of it. Let's show the next one. Please note number one. China can supply almost all the needs. India needs to industrialize all the way to 247. They have everything that we need, except fuel, energy, food. Number two, our exports to China are very, very small. There is no way in the industry we can compete in China with our exports. We may sell raw materials, we sell some other kinds of things, but not manufactured goods. We were the king of textiles. China's lowest price textiles have destroyed that number one position in the world. It will continue. Here, number two, India's exports to China are not likely to be matched in any significant way. The trade deficit and therefore its impact on India's foreign exchange reserves will become problematic and dangerous. $740 billion cumulative deficit in 5 years will have effect on reserves, on the currency, and that will again has a roadblock to our future, but that has to be managed. It's in this context that the government has to manage the relationship with China. Prime Minister Modi ji went there in September, opened the door. Please note, President Xi tabled the political issues, went after only economic side of it, because they're desperate to let the exports to America go down and increase the exports to all other countries. This has to be very cautioned, and that's why I put this together. Make no mistake, this imbalance will result in faster currency depreciation. Please note, when Modi ji became Prime Minister, 2014, rupee was 59 rupees to the dollar. Today is 92. We have been treading water. People are speculating it's going to go to 100. Had it been 59, we would have been by now number 3 in the world. There is less attempt to focus on the currency depreciation in the nation. These are the issues that are going to be tough. We're going in. Please go next. This is the most important part. Any dependence on China that is not managed gives Beijing its foot on India's throat. They did that in October 2025. They stopped supplying the magnets to India, supplying all those through the free world. So what we are doing, this relationship with China economically and not dealing with the political military is a very delicate area. We work for the future, we look at it, and it is, the foot is on every single economy because they control the key ingredients for any industry that they stop supplying and the economy stops. Our economy could be stopped by fuel shortage. They don't control that. But they control parts, automotive. They control electrical area. They control ingredients for the pharmaceutical. They control the chemical industry. Here, we're going into the future. That relationship that the Prime Minister Modi ji has opened with China has now to be very cautious, very balanced. This is my suggestion, and we need to put high emphasis on a plan for 5 to 6 years, how do we stop the currency depreciation? Without that, we are not likely to be number one, number two by 2047. That's my request. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to request you to please be here at the podium, at the stage, because we want to honor you right now. Please be here, sir. और अब प्रोफेसर साहब को ऑनर करने के लिए TV9 के विक्रम जी जो CEO हैं, CEO वो हमारे साथ आ रहे हैं. विक्रम जी, प्लीज कम. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. जोरदार जरा तालियों से एक बार प्लीज सर.